Heavy rainfall and snow melt in parts of central Canada is causing widespread flooding. Several communities in Ontario have declared a state of emergency. Rising water levels have shut down some roads in those communities, and officials are warning residents that washouts could occur. Volunteers have been busy filling sandbags to protect businesses and homes. Darius is keeping an eye on the flooding. He joins me now live. Darius, where is the worst of it?
So, a large area in parts of northern Ontario that we're seeing this flooding. We have very widespread flood warnings. I would say the most widespread I've seen in Ontario in a very long time. These mostly issued by local communities, though. And you'll notice not really any weather warnings in place. It's not like we're seeing one massive rain event that's driving this. It's very persistent rain over several days, in addition to a lot of snow melt that's happening in the north at this point. So let's take a look at some of those flood warnings we have in place. Again, these are issued by the local communities. These are not the provincial ones, which are we have lots of flood watches from the province, but these ones issued by the specific communities. Manitoulin Island, the place we were tracking probably the closest yesterday, still seeing quite a lot of flooding. Many of these areas under flood, again, all under flood warnings, but under states of emergency as well. Many communities on Manitoulin Island having issued those states of emergency and likely to remain in place for at least another few days. Zooming out again, the next place that we can zoom into is right over here, east of Lake Huron. This one is Minden, Ontario, another place that issued a state of emergency. We saw quite a bit of flooding. We saw roads washed out as well, so quite disruptive in areas like this. Zooming out again, I want to move over to North Bay, Ontario, which is a place where we've actually seen a bit of improvement today compared to yesterday. Yesterday, the main arterial road, Fisher Road, was completely washed out, whereas today we've seen a lot of the businesses along that route able to open again. We are still looking out for the potential for more rain to come to areas like North Bay, so we may not be entirely out of the woods yet, but the improvement is a good sign and a positive sign. I want to zoom out one more time here, or I want to go to some B-roll. Well, I just mentioned that even in the last couple hours, we've seen more communities issuing states of emergency in parts of Ontario as well. So really important to be keeping on top of this right now, and we'll be bringing you the latest. Okay, so as far as the forecast goes, is there any relief? So we have to get through this week. We've seen a number of thunderstorms tracking through mostly southern Ontario, a place where we do have flood watches in place and some concerns about potential flooding, but not as nearly as much so as in the north and in places like Sudbury. But we are going to see more rain and precipitation start to track through over the next few days, right through at least probably Saturday. And so in the meantime, snow melt is something to be watching, but with temperatures coming down, we should see a little bit of improvement there. And then as long as we don't see really heavy rain in some of the areas that have already been hardest hit, we should be in an okay place moving forward.
All right. Thank you, Darius.
Thank you.
Okay. One of those hard-hit areas includes the Bearskin Lodge in Whitefish Falls. That's about 95 kilometers southwest of Sudbury. The flooding has caused extensive damage to parts of the fishing lodge. Joining me now is the owner of that lodge, Marion Sontag. Marion, I understand your lodge has faced significant damage. Now, how are you holding up?
It's been a wild ride. The last couple of days, the water has risen so significantly that it's been impossible to keep up with. We've had boats float away. We've had docks come off their cribbing, cabins underwater. It's just been unbelievably fast how quickly it's happened.
You talk a little bit about the kind of damage that you're looking at here. Is that sort of the bulk of it, the docks, the cabins, anything else?
The docks, the cabins, our utility shed with all of our equipment is under about 2 feet of water. We've got 3 cabins that have definitely got 2 feet of water in them. Another one, it's inching up towards the bottom of it. The problem is that we're on like a channel, and everything is funneling down through us down towards the dam. So it's just risen so fast that it's been impossible to keep up with. And because most of it happened overnight, we weren't there. Like, we're not, you're not up to go catch those pontoons that are floating away, right?
No, right, of course. And actually, I should point out, you're in Brampton right now. You had an appointment, but you're leaving to go back home today. I mean, can you describe, I guess, when you left, what you saw and what you imagine you're returning to?
I was there on Saturday. My husband's there. On Saturday, we had 3 feet of snow in that parking lot. That is now water if you're looking at any of those images. It's been crazy to think that we went from 3 feet of snow to water that is up to our road and beyond the cabins. What I'm going back to, I'm not sure. Like at our deepest point right now in our parking lot, it's up to your chest. So even chest waders are going to be, I'm not sure they're going to be enough. We had, a neighbor come and was driving through our parking lot in his boat. Who knows, as the water starts to go down, which we're hoping, and as that forecast just said, there's still more rain. We are in the heart of the La Cloche Mountains at the top of Killarney. So all of that snow melt has to go somewhere, and we're at the bottom of it.
Yeah, you mentioned that you're also on a channel that's leading to a dam. And of course, you know, water can be released from the dam, and that would potentially help you, but maybe also hurt others and hurt the land below. Have you ever faced something like this? This is your 3rd season, right, operating the lodge? Have you ever dealt with something like this?
Yeah, this is our 3rd season. We sold our house here in Brampton and bought a fishing lodge, changed our lives in 2024. While we wouldn't trade it for anything, it's been awesome. Our first 2 seasons, we had some severe thunderstorms in July, and both of those times the water only went up 2 feet. And all of the locals said, that's as high as it's ever going to get. And now we've seen it come up beyond our parking lot and onto the road. So it's risen probably 5 feet or more, according to the dam levels. We are the last dam on that chain before Georgian Bay, Lake Huron. So it's up to the dam officials to keep it moving. And you know, it's kind of in their hands right now on the flow rates coming down from those bigger lakes above us.
Do you have any sense as to what cleanup is going to be like?
I think it's going to be extensive. Every boat that has come off the winter tires, like the pontoons generally get set up on tires for the winter, and then you go in with your scissor lift to put them back in the water. Every boat is off of those. As they go down, it's going to be problematic to even get them back in the water. Several of our steel boats, they're quite heavy, flipped. They're flipped over for the winter. Those were floating down the river as well. We've gotten all of our equipment back and the boats back, but it's not where we left them. And who knows, as the water recedes, if our retaining wall is even going to be there. We're not even sure.
Marion Sontag, the owner of the Bearskin Lodge and Outfitters in Willisville, Ontario. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.